Not knowing your true financial state doesn't make it better. It just makes it harder to make solid, sound decisions.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are excited to welcome you to another episode of Life's Inside Track. And I'm Yetta Dekker.
And I'm Ken Dekker.
And it's where we get to share techniques, thoughts, tips, tools, tactics, and truths that we all need, we all deserve. You, I, everyone, so we can turn our house into home, our families thrive, and we build wealth wisely through real estate. We're going to consider that just because we're not clear about our finances, not aware, it actually is going to derail us versus help us. Mm-hmm. It may feel safer in the moment, not knowing.
The ostrich effect.
The bury the head in the sand. Mm-hmm. It actually makes it worse. And you go, well, I would never get tripped up in that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to tell you I've been tripped up in that.
And you know what's interesting? It's not just a negative thing. Like, if you don't know what equities in your home and what your investments are at, you can't make sound decisions for moving forward. Like, it's not necessarily it's all doom and gloom. Some people just go, well, I'll put it over there and I'll forget about it. And then hopefully it will take care of my retirement years, right? I'm just going to forget about it. Just put it over there. Someone else is going to look after it. Maybe.
And maybe not.
Yeah.
And so just because we don't know the numbers or we're avoiding them, and why do we avoid them?
Well, I think we avoid them because sometimes there is shame or embarrassment that we're at where we're at. Sometimes there's embarrassment or false humility, I'll call it, where we're doing quite well, but we don't want to know how well we're doing because, then I might get prideful or I might, whatever. I don't know why the reason. Why do you think?
Well, I think one of the reasons is it's not something most people understand well. We know that there's only 20% of Canadians that are actually financially literate. And that's a scary, scary stat. So if we don't have literacy in personal finance and understand the terms, then it's awkward to look at it. It's if we don't understand something, it's more overwhelming than if we understand it well. Mm-hmm. I know that's one of the big reasons I didn't like to look at it for a long time. I didn't understand it. There was a time where I didn't get any of this stuff.
I think those accounting classes I took helped significantly with my understanding net worth and balance sheets and profit and loss and all that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I was in the same accounting classes as you. And I guess you got 103 because you got your bonus marks as well. And I managed to probably get about a 65.
I think you passed.
I did. Well, I passed. I got my credits. I did graduate with a full grade 13 at the time diploma. However, I think it was still confusing to me. Just because we took a class, not all of us actually can apply it to real life.
Yeah, people are smart in different ways. They're smart creative. They're smart artistically. They're smart mechanically. There's different ways of being smart. And smart financially is not everybody's gifting.
It's not. And so one of the things that has happened for a lot of people we know that they move into a state of panic almost. There's like a pain associated, physical pain that they may feel in their heart or they feel in their gut or they maybe feel somewhere else in their body, but they feel a physical pain. Because I have felt it.
Yeah, and anxiety, which causes them to just avoid it.
Rather than look it straight in the eyeballs and straight on the spreadsheet, straight into the computer and get the facts. But if we don't understand them, like where do we go to understand them?
Yeah, and I think that avoidance is often, it's an emotional, it's not logic, it's an emotional trigger. It might come from your parents' history, like they had financial issues or they didn't have financial issues. They had lots of great money and finances, but didn't share how they came about it, how they managed it. So it depends on your background, right? It can be background stress that really
has nothing to do with you.
Knots you up, right?
Right, but has nothing to do with you, really, or your situation.
Well, it affects
but
you,
still,
so it does have to do with you.
okay. The facts that got you there aren't yours.
No, you took them on.
And what we know is that most Canadians, and I wish I had the number, the only thing I could find was most Canadians, and I would love for you to answer this question right now. Within 15% of the true equity, can you say how much equity is in your home? Mm-hmm. It's a good test.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you don't know what's there, you can't decide whether you're actually doing well or you need to make some decisions. Do you need to spread out your payments? Do you need to accelerate your payments? Do you have enough equity either in your home or in other investments that allow you to let your money work for you rather than you only working for money? It's a lot less stressful to let the money do the job.
And figuring out your...
Did you hear that?
I did.
It's a lot less stressful for your money to do the job of earning money than you doing the job of earning money.
But you need to know what you have to be able to make that happen.
Right.
And, home equity is not a difficult calculation. It's two numbers, right? It's really the value of the house, which most people don't know how to calculate the value of your home because it varies with the market. It varies over time. It varies with what you've improved. And you need an expert, somebody like Ken or Yetta, to tell you an estimate on the value of your home. And then you minus what's left on your mortgage. Now, some people have it on an app. They know exactly what they owe.
I love that.
And many don't. Many don't know what they owe. They know what they took out originally, but they don't know what the balance is now. Right. So without those two numbers, you can't effectively know what the equity is. Then you that's one piece of the puzzle. Then you've got the rest of the financial puzzle as to what other investments do you have, where's your money? And we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
So if you're thinking, I want to know what my equity is, and you told me you know Ken and Yetta how to tell me the value, all you really need to do is book a clarity call. Once you book it, if you tell us on your form when you go to dekkerteam.com that you just want to know what the equity is in your house, then we can send you a quick email confirming the appointment and saying to you, send us a handful of pictures of the inside and the outside of your house so that we know what condition the home is in. And once we have that, we can give you a good estimate for the purpose of an equity.
Yep. Give us the address so we can look up your property. And maybe a little bit of details like how many bedrooms or how many square feet if you know it or something like that. And the address. And then
a few photos. I like the photos.
You said that.
I know I did.
Photos. I heard. I listened. Yeah, so we can tell the condition of the property is what you said.
I did.
Oh, I'm listening. That's so good.
Are you listening, though? I'm thrilled that Ken is listening, aren't you?
Yes. So send that to us when you book your clarity call, and we will help you determine what your equity is there and maybe what your next steps are, if any.
If any. Yeah. Maybe it's just do nothing as your next step.
Yeah.
And yet being in the know is pretty awesome.
We had one client that avoided this for years and years and years, and they missed a lot of opportunity because they didn't realize how much money or equity was sitting in their house as a lazy asset, right? And we're glad that you've joined us because when we build wealth wisely, it's definitely about much more than the money, although money is important, but wealthy has to do with our entire life.
So if avoidance creates we're going to consider what happens when clarity enters the picture in the next segment.
Moving forward with the Dekker team.